y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am so happy we're going to be playing with the Samarian Sunset palette from my favorite Adept Cosmetics. I am over the moon excited. Adept sent me their newest palette. Look at this color story, look at this color story, look at it. You see it, you see it, you see it. I'm so excited. We are going to do 3 eye looks. I'm going to show you swatches. I have already been playing with this palette and I cannot wait to show you my looks, create another look with y'all, show you all the swatches, everything. I am over the moon. Let's jump into it. This is the Adept Cosmetics Samarian Sunset palette. It is available now. Adept did send me this palette, and if they had not, I would have already purchased it because I love Adept so much. I love that we have 5 matte shades in these beautiful earthy tones, and then we have Adept's shimmer, sparkle, shifty formula that I love. We have a nice big mirror. Now, Samarian Sunset, this is a Star Trek inspired palette, if I remember correctly. I have not seen Star Trek, so please forgive me if I get any references wrong, but I love this packaging. I love this kind of purple, red, orange, yellow. I love the lettering here. It's in that nice like vegan leather packaging that Adept does. We have a nice big mirror on the inside, and the mirror does say the best of both worlds, which I'm guessing is a quote from the show. You'll have to tell me if you're a fan. I'm just excited about this palette. I will link this palette down below in the description box. All information I can put in the description box, it is there. It is there. I do have an affiliate code with Adept. If you ever want to shop their site, you can use code Heather to get a bit of a discount. But I want to show you a close-up. I want to show you swatches and talk about this palette before we get into the tutorials. So this palette is available now on the Adept website. Again, I will have it linked down below. This is Samarian Sunset. It is $79, and then you can use the affiliate code Heather to save on top of that, so you get a little bit of a discount. But this palette is 5 matte shades, multi-chromes. One of those is a holochrome. There's a duochrome, and this palette is vegan with no talc, no glitter, no oil, no BHT. FYI, in case that is a concern for you. Just throwing that out there. So I really wanted to show you lots of swatches because these shades are so shifty and sparkly and beautiful. I did my best to do swatches on my arm, my hand, in different lighting, with my camera, with my phone. Like, I really wanted to show you the beauty of these shadows because this color story looks so special. The formulas in here, so beautiful. Like, I'm so excited about this palette. Adept, really, they just kill it. They really kill it every time. There are some really pretty unique shades in here. I am really happy to be playing with this today. Now, I did already film 2 looks for y'all. So we are going to do the 2 eye looks, and then we're also going to create a look today. It will be look number 3, and I'll give you kind of my thoughts on the palette. I'll give you my thoughts on the palette, and we'll talk about it a bit at the end. Did I say I'm excited? I don't know if I said I'm excited. So if you didn't know, I'm excited. Let's jump in. I'll show you the looks, look 1 and 2 that I already filmed, and then we will do look 3. All right, y'all, we are going to do 2 different eye looks today. We're going to start off with this eye over here. I'm going to put down an eyeshadow primer. I am going to use my Sigma Ignite primer. It's a tried and true one. I love that one. And we are going to start actually with the shade right here. this really pretty like nude pinky peach type of color. Okay, so I've got this shade on my big fluffy brush. This is a BK Beauty A503. I'm just going to kind of just fluff this shade all right here in my socket, up and out. This is a very light shade, again, kind of a pinky peach color, and I just want this all in here to serve kind of as like a blending shade, a transition shade. I'm not taking it down to my lash line. I'm not bringing it all the way up underneath my brow. I'm just keeping it right in here to be more for blending. Okay, I am having some dry skin on my face right in this area. So if you do see a little texture, it's just my dry skin. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I wanted to play with makeup anyways. So we're just going to leave that how it is. And then I'm going to jump over to this really pretty like red orange burnt shade. It's gonna be so pretty. These two shades are gonna be so pretty together. Okay, I've got that shadow on my brush. This is an A504 from BK Beauty. And I'm gonna put this matte shade right here on the lid and up a little bit into the socket, but keeping that matte just in this area, not blending it up too high. That is so gorgeous. Also putting it in the outer corner, kind of pulling it out a little bit. And then I'm even going to wrap this all under my lower lash line so that the color kind of continues on. All right, once I have that how I want it, I'm gonna go back with my original brush with that original shadow that we put down, and I'm just going to buff around everything to make sure it's soft and blended. Okay, to highlight my inner corner, I really want to go in with this shade right here. This is called Far Point. I'm sure you saw all the shifts in the swatches, but like even in the mirror, you can kind of see how some of the shades shift. So I'm gonna take that shade. This is a 207 from BK Beauty. I'm gonna spray my brush with a little setting spray now that I have my shadow on it, and we're gonna pop that right in our inner corner. Okay, let's pop this shade right here. This one has some beautiful, beautiful shift and sparkle. Now it's going on a small area, so the shift and all isn't going to be quite as noticeable as if I were to pull it all over the lid, of course. But as I go about my day, as I'm in and out of different lighting, turning, talking, like it's just gonna be one of those shades where it's like, huh, that's beautiful. What is that? It looks like this, but then it looks like that. It's just gonna be like this subtle but special detail. I really like that right here. I'm gonna pull it up a little bit and low a little bit. But now I want to go in with one of these beautiful multi-chromes kind of all in the center where I left that blank space. So we are going to go in with this shade right here. So this is like a copper red, I don't know, like copper red, gold, bronze. There's something really, really cool about that shade, and I cannot describe it. It's like a flame. Okay, after I picked that up on my brush, I did spray my brush with a little bit of makeup mist, setting spray, whatever you want to use. Do you see like what I mean about how gorgeous that is? Like even just moving back and forth, I can see different reflex. Wow. I love that so much. listen, Sandra, if you're watching this shade name should be Heather. That is so pretty, but the shade name Heather wouldn't be very on theme, would it? Y'all, I will link my entire Adept playlist down below. If you didn't know, I actually did a live with Sandra, the owner, creator, founder, CEO, everything of Adept back during Vlogmas last year. So definitely check that video out if you're curious. But I'm just kind of reblending things. But I kind of want to leave the look here. This is just 4 shadows. Like, you saw how simple that was to do. I'm, of course, going to do, like, mascara and liner and a lash when I'm done. But if you want a look that is fall, but you don't want something that's over the top, or maybe you work in a place where you have rules for your makeup, you can't wear really bold things, but you still want to have fun, you still want to be yourself. Like, I think this look would be really cool, because just like skip liner, skip a false lash, throw on just a coat of mascara, maybe something in the waterline, and you have something that's special and gorgeous, that's not like in your face, you know, because I'm really, really into that. So I could definitely make it more dramatic, you know, but I kind of want to leave it there. Let me see. I feel like you can kind of see the shift there in the mirror reflection as well. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, let me prime this eye for shadow, and we're gonna do something over here now. Okay, for this look over here on this eye, I want to do a look with no mattes. I do that sometimes because it's fun. You know, makeup for me is all about having fun. It's not taking ourselves too seriously. You look amazing with no makeup on. You look amazing with makeup on. 10 out of 10 in both scenarios. For me, makeup is about being creative, having fun. So I want to do an all shimmer look. Of course, every shade in this palette could be like one shade all over the lid, out the door, like one and done look. But I want to just play with the beautiful selection we have here, and I want to play with these 3 shades right here in this middle row. So let me see again. I know you saw the swatches, but let me kind of turn so you can see the shifts. There they are here. Here's how they look head on. Really beautiful. So we're going to kind of work with these 3 on the lid. We're going to do outer corner, in the center, and then on the inner part of the lid, and then we'll pull in some other shades. But I really want to put these 3 like down just on my eye. I'm gonna pick up the shadows on my brush, and then I'm gonna spray my brush with every single shade I use in this look. But we're gonna start first with Obsidian Order, that deepest shade. Okay, so I've got that on my Unearthly Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to start with this shade right out here on the outer part of my lid, taking it to the lid and then up kind of right above my socket right there, right above where the bone is. I've got multiple creases in my eyes, you know. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not 20. So I've got some creases, which is all good. I'm just gonna take this up. I usually like press shimmers on like this first, and then I can go back and blend in a minute up in here. But after I get that all pressed off my brush, I'll kind of blend on the lid to make sure I'm getting shadow in any little crinkles that I may have. And I'm gonna do just like I would with a matte, kind of pulling this out right in here. Okay, now I've got that second shade. I think it's called Praxis. Forgive me for getting the names wrong. I have not ever seen this show. So I'm gonna put that right there in the center. Pressing first and then kind of lightly blending. I'm gonna blend when I'm done with my look. as well, but right now I'm just getting the shade on, making sure I don't have any harsh lines where the two shades meet. And then I'm gonna grab another brush and we're gonna go in with that shade Trill, the lighter one, and it's gonna go right in here. Okay, I've got that shade picked up. These, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I like this contrast between the shades. I'm so here for it. That's beautiful. Now you're gonna get the most impact out of your shadows if it's just one over as much surface area as possible. But I feel like even with these three on the lid, that's looking so cool. I'm so into it. What I was gonna say before I got distracted is these green and black brushes are all unearthly. So now I wanna do something on the lower lash line. What do I wanna do though? What do I want to do? Okay, for a little contrast, let's use Risa right here. This shifts to like a really cool green type of color, silvery. After that, we're gonna jump over to, I'm not gonna attempt to say this one that looks super duper orange. Okay, so we've got that shade Risa, and I'm going to stamp it on first because I'm going right in here on my lower lash line. So I'm just pressing it first, and then I'm going to blend, okay? Just like this, where you can really see some of that pink reflect in the shadow. God, that's so beautiful. I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, let me grab this fluffy brush. This is clean. This doesn't have any product on it. And I'm just going to kind of buff now right in here to make sure I don't have any harsh lines. I kind of disperse maybe a little bit of the sparkle from the shadow and just kind of have an overall more blended look. Like this. I'm gonna blend a little bit more, but why don't we go ahead and highlight the inner corner? I said I was gonna do that with Packled. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm sure I'm like really not saying these names correctly, but I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna spray my brush and we're gonna pop that right on the inner corner. Okay, so I'm just going to, oof, oh, that is really pretty. Wow. That is like a fiery orangey red. That is so incredibly beautiful. Okay, let me blend a little more before I do my liner and my lash. But let me go ahead, let me see if we can see anything in the mirror. Okay, you can definitely see something in the mirror there. All right, y'all, here are both of our finished looks. We'll say look 1, look 2 over here. I did put on some Melt Slick Waterline eye pencil in rich brown on my lower waterline, black liner up top with Kiss Empress lashes. My blush is Dior Rosy Glow Blush in Rosewood. My highlighter is the Adept Catracel White. I have on both of these shades right here. I have on my Lawless lip definer liner in Desert Mauve, and then my Milk Odyssey lip oil gloss in the shade Trek. So that is the other like color products I have on my face. I'm really into both of these looks. I feel like this one over here, our kind of spotlight halo eye, looks very fall but very easy, very simple to do, only 4 shadows. And then over here I feel like our all shimmer all multi-chrome eye also looks really soft but really fun. And you can definitely see like that sparkle and shift. I'm into it. I'm into both of these looks. I mean, Adept is a favorite for a reason. So I had really high hopes, but I'm happy to know This palette is performing. Oh yes, it is living up to the expectation. So once again, we have look number 1 and look number 2, but I do want to use this palette again. I want to do a third look. I want to play with those beautiful green mattes, but I don't want to take this off. But here these looks are. I'm so happy with them. Okay, let's jump into look number 3. I did put down my eyeshadow primer. Today I'm going to use my Mitchell Acid Rain base. Blank Canvas. Blank Canvas is the name. I've got my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A501 brush, and we are going to start off with this beautiful green shade right here. I'm not going to try to say the name because I know I won't be able to say it, but we're also going to use this more like almost like khaki muted green right here, olivey tone, and then we're going to go in with this light beautiful yellowy shade. I love how we have 2 light mattes, one more peachy pink, one more yellowy. I think like yellowy green. I like that. I like that. And as somebody with like an olive undertone, I really like olive green leaning shadows. I feel like they're so easy to work with. So we're gonna start with that shade that was right in the center of the palette, and we are really going to pack this on all in my socket and even down to the lid in this outer corner. Okay, so I'm pressing that shade right on top of my eyeshadow primer. Look at that pigment. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm not worried too much about blending right now. I'm just kind of setting the shadow down on top of the primer by tapping it like this. So I'm taking it down to the lid here and then out and under here like this. That is so beautiful. I was really hoping it would be true to how it looks in the pan and not lighter, because you know sometimes with eyeshadows they can look so much more like intense and vibrant in the pan than when you put them on the eyes. And I mean, my experience with Adept shadows have always been good. Like they've always been blendable and pigmented and all of that, but when testing a new palette, it's good to know that they're keeping their formulas nice, you know. Okay, I'm picking up that more khaki olive matte on my Game Beauty brush, and this is going to be our color for the lower lash line. So I'm going to press that on first, and then I'm going to blend. You could definitely use this shade like you would a brown or something like that, kind of all in your crease. Throw on one of these fabulous multi-chromes all over the lid. Throw on mascara, be out the door, and have a neutral leaning look if you like. Just with a little olive undertone to it, which I definitely plan to do in the future because that is a really, really pretty shade. I like that a lot. It looks so simple, but I like it, and I'm definitely into that. Okay, so I have those shades down. Now I'm gonna go in with that more yellowy light green matte. This is a Game Beauty brush, and I'm going to slowly blend out with this brush, just kind of being very gentle back and forth, going down, going around, going up, you know, blending. Just working very lightly, not putting a lot of pressure on my skin, just buffing, and then I'll add more shadow to my brush as needed, but I just want to softly blend so that we have a nice fade between these two shades. Okay, we have our mattes down, and now it's time to go in with our hollow chrome, this shade right here. So it's like a multi-chrome that has this like holographic rainbow sparkle to it. I was gonna say glitter, but it's not glitter, it's sparkle. And this shade right here, I want to use this one too. I feel like these two are going to like contrast in a way that complements each other. Does that make sense? I don't know. But we're gonna use this shade primarily, this beautiful one right here. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't want to offend any Trek fans, so I'm gonna use this shade right here. But I want to try it with a glitter primer, glitter adhesive, whatever you want to call it. This one is one I really love. It's the Bella Beauté Bar Shimmer Stay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I like this. It's like a sticky base. So I'm going to put this down on my lid, and we're going to go in with that beautiful shade. I want to give it lots of space on my lid, so we're going to put it from here to here. Okay, so I've got that base down, and I'm going to press our hollow chrome on top of that sticky base. I'm going to press before I blend. So I put this shadow base, the Shimmer Stay, all over my lid, but I did not take it to the outer corner because I want that to stay matte. And I'm just keeping it right in this area. Once I have it all off my brush, I'm going to wait just maybe like 15 to 30 seconds to make sure that everything's kind of like set and dried down. And then I'm gonna go back and blend a bit so I don't have any like weird lines where the matte and the hollow chrome meet. Okay, look at that shade. Oh, that makes me so happy. I love it with these greens, but this type of shade is really going to transform depending on the other shades you put around it. So if you put this with the blue, you're gonna see more bluey tones come out. Like, it's just a very versatile shadow, really, really special. I want to now go in with a little bit of this shade right here, this multi-chrome. Let me see. Well, you saw all the swatches. I'm just like always trying to show more. But I want to take this. I'm going to pick this up on a very small angled brush, actually. Let me reach over here and grab this one from Gang Beauty. The one that I packed the hollow chrome on with is a 209 from BK Beauty. This Gang Beauty brush, I'm going to pick up that shade. I'm going to spray my brush, and we're just going to kind of paint it just a little bit under the lower lash line. Okay, so I have that shade on my brush, and I'm just going to look like kind of a little down but more straight on into my mirror. I'm going to press this right here. Like, you already see that. That's pretty. But I'm going to press and flick my brush. So like press here and flick. Good grief, that is stunning. Wow. I just want the shimmer to stay right in this area. I don't want it to come like more than halfway out. I want to keep that right in there. Wow. That's gorgeous. Okay. That is so pretty. I cannot. I tried and I couldn't. What did I try to do? What could I not do? I don't know. That's the level of can't. I'm going to highlight the inner corner though. I want to use this shade right here. This looks so beautiful. Like it was made to be an inner corner shade. So gorgeous. This one I'm going to pick up. Let me find a brush, and we're just going to pop it right there on the inner corner. Okay. Right there, all that sparkle. I'm keeping it right in this small little area because I don't want it to be overpowering. Maybe I'll put it all over the lid one day, let it have its moment, but right now it's just going to give me a little of detail, a little sparkle right in there. Stunning. I am going to put on eyeliner. I'm going to put on a lash, and then I will come back we'll talk about this palette. Okay, y'all, here is our finished look. I threw on some olive liner on my waterline, black liner up top, Lilly lashes in Mykonos Lite to finish off this look. I'm obsessed with this look. I love the way it's looking on the eyes. I love the hollow chrome. The different color like sparkles are just catching the light so beautifully. I love the way it looks with these green matte shades. Like, I just love. Now, let's talk about the palette. I've used every single shade in the palette. The mattes are the beautiful mattes from Adept that I know and I love. They are pigmented, they are easy to blend. I could layer them easily. They still look nice. I'm so happy with that. I really like the shades that were chosen for this palette. I feel like having 5 shades, having these tones mixed with these tones gives some versatility to the palette, and I'm really excited to create more looks with this, to keep playing with it. But the hollow chrome I love. Like, I love a hollow chrome. Some of these multi-chromes are so intense. Like, I cannot get over it. This shade right here, like, the level of love is out of this world. It's so incredibly beautiful. And then I like that we have, like, with these deeper, more intense type of multi-chromes, I like that we have several kind of lighter shades in here. This one being really super sparkly, this one having a really strong shift as well, this one too just being lighter shades. I love this orangey shade. Like, there's not a dud in this palette. There's not a shade in here that I would say, oh, you know, maybe I'd take that out and do this. Like, I love every shade in here. I really like this 15 pan format that Adept is doing as well. I just feel like you get a lot. Like, you get a lot in the palette, which gives it a lot of versatility. I'm so happy with it. I do really hope you enjoyed this video. If you were considering this palette or you picked it up, maybe my thoughts helped you. Maybe my looks will give you some inspiration. Maybe you're not shopping for makeup right now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you can shop your stash, recreate these looks with something you have, or maybe you just wanted to hang out. And I'm so happy you're here. I hope that you did enjoy. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. My videos will keep showing up in your subscription feed if you hit that subscribe button. And trust me, I have so many videos coming for y'all. Like, this video is going up on Saturday. We've got judging new makeup on Sunday. I've got new video planned for Monday. Like, we've got lots of videos coming. But thank you so much for watching today. Stay safe. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow in a new video. Bye!